Nation Biafrans, yes, we all know that the Israel and the Americans are working actively for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but here is the problem. The Americans are telling Nigeria government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without condition, but the Nigeria government insists on condition.
Wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are hearing me from. Let your mind not be troubled. I will give you this message and you're going to watch it from beginning to the end. What is it all about? Before I allow you to see that message completely, I want you to listen to this important information. It is called breaking news. Ahmed Gumi had a secret meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and in that secret meeting, just because of the pressures, I told us here yesterday that why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was given to the North, they see it as they have won war against the Igbos and emphasis against the Christians, because they see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as the leader of the Christians. That's why they always refer him to as supreme leader of IPOB. So for them to have Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto, if they want to treat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu badly, they will have sent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Wawa Barracks in Niger. But no, Caliphate is their head office. So for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be there, they are seeing it as winning war against the Christians. So Gumi had a secret meeting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where they are persuading him to accept conditions to drop anything to get to do with Biafra, and for him not to interfere in anything that the North are doing to Islamize Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu said no. Nnamdi Kanu blatantly refused Gumi's approach, or rather appeal. A lot of things you are going to hear, but let me allow you to watch this message from beginning to the end, and then we'll come back to discuss more. And as you are watching, please kindly share, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media handles. Today is Tuesday, and today is 28th day in the month of July in the year of 2026. If you don't mind, regardez là-bas.
Nation Biafrans, yes, we all know that the Israel and the Americans are working actively for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but here is the problem. The Americans are telling Nigeria government to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without condition, but the Nigeria government insists on condition. Yes, as of today, why I'm making this video, they are still insisting on dialogue. Nigeria government is still insisting on dialogue, and they still stand that they are not going to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without dialogue is not being accepted. I mean, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu refuses dialogue, then they will not free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only possible way is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go to appeal court, and even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go to appeal court and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu win, they still insist of not getting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom or less dialogue. Why are they insisting on that dialogue? Because they are scared of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu constant agitation of Biafra. They don't want the separation of Nigeria. This is what they have been saying, and I've been saying for many years up to this very moment. As of today, while making this video, they insist on dialogue and refusal to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody want to stand like Nigeria government don't want to stand division, like Nigeria have been separated, and they can, according to them, they are ready to go every length to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not separate Nigeria. Nigeria will be united, according to them. But here is my question: is Nigeria truly one? Is the Igbos treated well? Because to me, I feel that the Igbos are not treated well in Nigeria. How many? I still insist. How many? The way they are treating the Northerners, is that the way they are treating the Igbos? The way they are treating a Yoruba man or a Yoruba man once it comes to the leadership of Nigeria, I'm talking about the leadership of Nigeria, is that the way they are treating the Igbos once it comes to the structure of Nigeria, the leadership of Nigeria, is that the way they are treating the Igbos? I leave you to your thoughts on this comment section. And also, my brothers and sisters, mostly from my own side, Delta State, they say, why is it that you keep on talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What do you stand to gain about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What are they giving you? Why is it that you are now attributing Okwani people to Biafra, attributing Delta people to Biafra? Now, the Delta people are not Biafra. And my brother, Pune Bede, Pune Benu, Kibanotui, leave what you are doing about this Biafra people, because they will not know you once that thing come to pass, or even if I thought that thing is going to pass, because it's not going to come to pass. This is what they are telling me. And some of them went ahead threatening me that I should not come to my village and all those things. That I know that all those ones are not made talk, because I'll come to my village. In fact, if it takes me tomorrow, I will go there. Nobody will stop me, say no man will enter, because I'm talking about the freedom of some certain region. Me, I'm proud to tell you that even if my parents, even if my late mom to tell me leave the grave and tell me say my son Chinedu, Yabo onye Biafra, Ibo onye Okwane abunde Biafra, I will tell them that I will tell my mother the only person I respect in this life is my mother, and she's late. I will tell my mother, say, go, you don't go your journey, go. I'm a Biafra, and I will still tell you I'm a Biafra. I'm proud to say I associate myself with that name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've never seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've never even touched Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've never left his shoe before, but I'm privileged to use that name to be among the living that witness Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even to see the picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on TV, to see him talking on social media. I'm proud. If that is the only thing, is the only achievement I've made, I'm okay with that. Whether I come to my town and you don't born anybody where say I come my own village, my own community, come to me say because I talk it crazy in Arara, it mad. Nobody. I'm proud to tell you that. And lastly, I know many of you, no, not lastly, second to the last, I know many of you now under my comment section that hate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. People are waiting for me to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot do this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot do this, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You want me to talk evil about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that never done anything wrong. This is if the day I do that, look at the way you people will be praising me. In fact, you people will owe me high esteem to the extent that it be like saying I don't make my back touch ground again. I don't go let me fall. But I prefer to remain like this till I die. Even if I remain in this poor level that I am, if you see me as a poor man, no problem. If you see me as average Nigerian, no problem. If you see me, I don't have anything, no problem. I remain like this than to sow my hand with evil, than to betray the person that made me. I can never do that. I'll continue. In fact, I've never been to East all my life before. I've never been to East, but because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I will visit East. And lastly, and I want to say this, please, I'll be begging, but this is the last video I'm going to make concerning asking, because if I'm asking, look as if I'm disgracing myself and disgracing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? By asking for phone, I have bad phone. I'm asking for instruments to get many table and chair in my house, to get many office, all these things. I will not ask again. Never will I ask anything. The little I have, I'm okay, and I will never bring myself down to monetize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu content. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is art. I can monetize my page. For now, I will not monetize it. I'm telling you. And if anybody show love, fine. Even because this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know a lot of people, a lot of persons that is important to the society that have called me, both abroad. I've made friends because of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I've made a lot of friends that ordinary me cannot even go outside and meet to them because of this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm proud of it. If that's the only achievement I've made in this life, I'm okay with it. I don't need to own a car to know that I've achieved. Only for my videos to be going outside and people are seeing me, that I stand for what I know that is the truth. Even my children, once they grow up to see it, they'll be proud of their father. You understand? If that's the only achievement I've seen, even my mother I could not even see my mother's videos everywhere. Even my father that is still alive, I have not seen my father's video anywhere. If I should die today now, say God forbid, and God called me today, I will be proud because my children will see my video.
Very well. Just like as I was saying, my brother, we are fighting war. I swear we are fighting war. The physical war that is happening in Biafra land by the Nigerian authorities, by Nigerian Zoo military, Zoo military and their police, that is not war. There is a psychological war going on as I'm talking to you now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the only one that keep this zoo together. Any Yoruba man no try being we ko ere ako ere come re when my brother, if you get power ko wa yo no we rock but do yo no. Nnamdi Kanu is the only thing that is holding this zoo. That's why they are holding him. I repeat, Nnamdi Kanu, the Onyendu Obatobie Abi Ohamadike, is the only lifeline that is holding Nigerian as a country together. If they free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have freed the entire indigenous people of Nigeria, which Biafra is part of them, and Biafra will go. They are forcing him to put hand to paper. Even America told them that this guy must be released unconditionally, without not any sentiment attached, because what he is fighting is a just fight. That nobody, I repeat, that nobody supposed to even tell him to put hand to paper for or anything. People have said worse things over this matter. Over the zoo. People are openly defending the bandit that are slaughtering people. They will show on camera where they are slaughtering human beings like they are slaughtering like ordinary chicken. Somebody is their speaker, and the person is working freely, even with the protection of police, army, DSS, and EFCC. The terrorist commander, Gumi Ahmed, and Sultan of Sokoto. They came out to tell you that anybody who is fighting the Boko Haram, who are the Boko Haram, the terrorists, the destroying Nigeria. Sultan made it categorically clear. He said anybody who is fighting Boko Haram is fighting Allah. In other words, they are being sent by Allah to wipe out the ones who does not believe in that Allah, which is me and you. They are being protected by the government. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu words of mouth turned to be the weapon that have destroyed Nigeria, and he had to be put to death. You see, this message this morning is very deep, and I want you to have a deeper reflection and thinking why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Sokoto. I made it categorically clear, which Ezekiel threw more light on it. Reverend Ezekiel Dachimo. You see it. But the fact of the matter is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released anytime soon. There's one video I watched earlier this morning. One Fulani man who said Nigeria can never be divided, that until they are done with Nigeria. He made another video yesterday. I saw it this morning. The reality have hit him for him to understand that nothing can keep that country together. That country have gotten to the last bus stop. It is born to disintegrate. Nigeria is not born to stay together. Those who created Nigeria created it as a group of company that is going to be benefiting them, their allies, and secure the generation and generational, both born and unborn. That is why they created Nigeria. Nigeria is not born out of somewhere. Some countries are born just like the way you are born. The way you are born and the way they go to motherless baby to adopt baby, they are not the same thing. I didn't say those ones are not born. That's where I am going, and I don't want to go deep into it so that some people will not feel bad. I didn't say people who have been adopted are not born or they are not human beings. But please understand me. What I'm Kambaraguru. So Nigeria is not born. Nigeria is created. And whatever that's created can also be decreated. Yes. People create a aeroplane and also they can decreate a aeroplane. They can scatter it. So Nigeria is not born. Nigeria is created to benefit some few people. We must go. And that is the gospel truth. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Biafra have come to stay. Just like I said before, we are the lifeline of Nigeria. But the most painful part of what is this lifeline have gotten to the extent that the lifeline cannot breathe again. Because of the people they are giving life. Just like a philanthropist who keep giving and giving and giving and giving, and at a point, it choked him that even himself needed help. And those people he is giving refuse to come back to help. That is exactly the life of an Igbo man. Igbo man have given everything for that zoo to succeed. Igbo man have built mountains, built castles, where people are even afraid to stay. Igbo man will go there in the middle of water and turn it to become an island people will envy. What then do you expect from these people? They are bad, yes, but you need them. Chinese is very bad. Chinese is this, Chinese is that. But everybody needs Chinese investors in their countries because they move with funds. They move with what they call funds. That anywhere they enter, there will be changes. That is an Igbo man for you. That Chinese are all investors, people need them, does not mean that there is no bad eggs among them. Yes. That is 1,000% plus bad eggs for China. But yet, their economy is top notch. That is an Igbo man for you. If you reject Igbo, you reject everything. You reject Chinese investors, my brother, your country will remain doomed. Am I speaking your mind? That is the way it is. There's no two ways about it. Well, I have said my own. Our first publication for today, please. A round of applause. I said round of applause. Okay, we are dissecting the comment sections now. Let us see what our people think. Akwabata ROC said that we already qualify for what it takes to be a nation, and nobody from Nigeria can stop it. Just let them know that and no peace. Of course, we are getting to the Rubicon. We are planting our seed. We have seed in Israel. We have seed in America. In their government, we're not talking about. In their parliament, we have seeds there. And that is how Israel were able to secure their country. You don't think that Israel just wake up and secure their country. No. They first of all plant their seed in different countries, different governments. Go to Canada, I am with the seed there. If you enter Australia, we have seed there. We enter New Zealand, we have seed there. Or is it Japan? We have seed there. These are the people who will come together and said, we need this country to be created. Enough of that nonsense and enough of that killings. And their fellow compatriots on the government house will listen to them and say, yes, it is right time. So when they forget, let your heart not be troubled. We have gotten to the Rubicon and there's nothing anybody can do about it. In fact, it is non-negotiable. Biafra is non-negotiable. We must go. According to Amalachi Udogu, also zoo must fall. Of course, zoo have fallen already. How can't you see what is happening? A country that their citizens are in hunger. Over 146 million people are in multi-dimensional poverty. Are giving, are bribing congressmen in America with $150 million. Over 220 to 230 billion naira. $150 million. Bribe. And paid another 20 million. That's 170. But they have 146 population in multi-dimensional poverty. Almost 85% of their population is in multi-dimensional poverty, if not 90%. So what more remain? They have crippled. They have used all the whole mineral resources in their land to borrow money in advance. Hey, God have mercy. Okay. Boboko said, Agamelizu Nando. Agamelizu Nando. God is my witness. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. And the plus said, we are not one by tribe, tradition, religion, but we are one in our oil. But gold is for northern, but our oil is for everybody. We're supposed to be for only East alone. Yes, so this our sister make also a vital point. We are one by oil, not by tradition, not by tribe, and not by religion. One by oil. Because somebody who is in Sokoto have over for something oil wells on my backyard. But they are gold. Nobody from even the people that have the oil don't even have oil well. That is why they are forcing that we must be one. But anybody who is condemning God for going to the Senate in US, that person no get brain. That person's brain is empty or congealed. You don't know politics they are playing. You don't know people you are going to fight. You are fighting Kabas. Kabas who fought the whole Dangote with billions of dollars. The richest African, they are fighting him. All of them are in Caliphate. They are brothers, but they can sabotage sometimes. Okay. Kim Castro said, I will say this and say it again. Biafra will not pass 2027. Okay. King Henry said, reality talk from my perspective. Nwachukwu said, are we one? The right answer is no. We are not one in every way, not by culture, not by religion, not by tradition. We are not one. Oil is the only one Nigeria, but gold in the north is only for the northerners. Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu must accept referendum. Simple. Referendum. Okay. My people, now we'll take a break. Please, if you get this message, help me to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you are kind of you follow us on all our social media handles. Our next message you are going to see after this is Simon Ekpa's photocopy is going to have a head-to-head with the one they call Chigozie, what do you call himself? Cha Goromo or Febu, popularly known as Udele. They are going to have one-on-one encounter, and the message is coming after this one. So please turn on your notification icon so that you are going to. There is a lot to discuss on that message, and there is a lot you are going to learn for that message. We don't get people where we say, if na madness you want now, we they give madness. If you want charity, we they give charity. You understand? So that is what that message is all about. You can see them. They are angry birds, ready to devour if you cross their way. You understand me? If you cross their way, they are going to devour you. Ijele is in a hot soup as I'm talking to you now. And according to some information I'm hearing, they say he want to escape, run to go to the jail. We are going to get him. Anyway, we are going to get him.